6'2".
I'll tell you though, Jackie, I respect you, you know.
I started going to school, I was bigger than other kids.
You look thin.
And,
Well,
when I was
really no
9 years old, my
then.
father started to talk to me and he
Really?
said,
No
don't worry.
problem at all? Well, tell me, how do you
My
look
father
thin?
was 7 feet
Just
8.
hang
so
around
he'd
real
probably be
fat
the same
people,
size.
that's all.
Your grandfather was 7'8".
Yes.
Wait, and did that worry you that you might exceed 7 feet?
First, I
He
was
really
not
looks
thinking
great,
that
you know, but I'll tell you, to me, it's something more important
But
than looks,
right
you
now
know?
I have to say
To
that
me,
I
it's
like it.
underneath what counts.
Because
Soul,
with
depth.
the size
That's
I
what's
have,
important,
and
not looks.
Started to
I mean, how many
involved in
times you take a
sports
walk in the street, you see a tall,
with
handsome
that,
man
traveling all over the
walking
world,
arm in arm with a
met
short,
lots of
hot,
people,
ugly
and-
girl.
There seems to be a
I
line
never saw that. Did you ever
or
see that? I never saw it.
a place and time where
thought I saw it.
being tall,
No,
7
I mean, looks
foot
don't mean
or in
nothing. I got
excess
a
of
niece,
7
an
foot,
ugly girl. She got married.
no
She's
longer
happy.
meant
She married an
that you
ugly
were
guy.
going to be a freak of nature,
today they
that
got
you
two
could actually
very
really
ugly
do
kids.
things. Lots of times, I would suppose,
fact,
I
they're
don't
all
know when
so
it would be,
ugly,
let's say
the family album. They
pre-1945 or
only
something,
keep
if
the
someone was
negative.
taller than that, 7 foot or something, they were
I'll
awkward,
tell
they
you,
couldn't handle things. But
there's
you are
always
very
problems,
athletic and
you know?
very well coordinated
I mean, I
as
just
well.
broke up with my
Yeah, I'm in the
psychiatrist.
sports center. It's 9 years old.
Hey,
What
this
sports did
afternoon,
you
for
play?
the first time,
I
I
used to
told him I
play
got
soccer,
suicidal
and I was in
tendencies.
rugby.
He told me
some in
from now on
boxing,
I have to pay in
and now I'm in
advance.
wrestling for 15 years.
You like wrestling?
I love it.
Yes?
I'll tell you what, I just can't get a break, you know?
Yeah, you
I mean,
must
I
love it
flew
if you
down
win
here
all
from
the
New
time.
York
What's
to
it
do
gonna
the
hurt?
show. I never get lucky like to
Someone
sit
said
next to
today
me, a
that
pretty
you are
girl
the
or
highest
something. I always
paid
get a little loose.
or the highest paid wrestler in the world.
I mean,
Is
an
that
old
the
man
truth?
sat next to me. He must have been in his 80s, you know?
That's
We had
the
dinner together
Guinness
on a
Book.
plane.
In the
I mean,
Guinness
this
Book
guy
of
was
Records.
old.
Yes, as being the highest.
I asked him to pass me
What
the
are the
salt and pepper. He had to make
Andre,
2 trips.
what happens when you get, for example, on an airplane now?
An airplane is
And I
okay,
tell you,
but
the
I'm
whole
traveling
flight, I was
first class all
nervous.
the time.
When I got nervous as soon as the pilot made his first announcement, he asked me if Miami Airport was open late on Thursday
But
night.
the disadvantage is sometimes like I go check in an hotel,
There's always
motel,
something, you
find
know.
a bed
And
big
sometimes I
enough for me.
turn to my wife for
But
some
when I'm traveling
understanding.
with a car,
But she's a cold
now all
person.
those cars are so
She was
small.
always
that
cold.
I need
I remember the
two
first
cars.
time I kissed her, I felt guilty.
They make economy cars
Yeah,
now,
because I wanted to
small
open
ones.
my
They travel
eyes.
for, you can't even
And I
get
know
in
when
it.
you kiss,
Yeah,
you're
they
supposed
want
to
to
open
save
your
the
eyes.
energy, but there's no
I
way
said
to
myself,
live.
go ahead,
There's
I
no
don't
way
feel
for the
guilty,
giant to
open your
live
eyes.
anymore.
Yeah,
So I opened my eyes.
That's true. Well, you can put
She
one
was
car in each
staring
foot.
at
You'll be all right. Skate around wherever you want to go. Do you have we were talking this afternoon, I felt
No,
said
I'll
you had
tell
trouble
you
with
what, me and
taxi
I get in
cabs
trouble
when you
with
went to the
little
east?
Like the
Oh, that
last
was in
time I got a
Malaysia one
haircut.
time, yeah, because
My wife told me it was terrible.
nobody wanted to stop.
I said to her,
So
why's my
I was
haircut
with,
terrible?
down
She
there.
said, why?
So I just
Because it looks like you got a haircut.
I told him I said, I'm going to step behind
Yeah,
the
she
post
says when
and
you get
just
a
stop the
haircut,
taxi.
it's not
It
supposed
takes
to
you
look
time
like
to
you
get
got a
inside.
haircut.
So that's why
She
I
said,
sneak
Harry
on
got a
back door.
haircut. No one even knew
The
that
cab
Harry
stops
got
for
a
him and
haircut.
then you sneak in the cab.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't know Harry got a haircut.
So now when
So now I got a new
inside the
problem.
cab,
Next week I'm due to get a
taxi
haircut.
driver just get
And I don't
take
want
out
it
the
to look
car
like I
and
got a haircut.
check all the tires.
So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find a bar.
One afternoon, lumberjacks somewhere up in Oregon where they do this the hand
We need
wrestle.
to pay them. We ask
They
him
were
how much it
incredible,
is,
women
we
and
see the
men.
contract. He
Now,
charges
that's
double.
only strength, isn't it?
Well, I asked him, so how come it's double?
timing.
I
Oh,
guess
you're a
there's
big
some
guy, you
timing
have to pay
involved
double.
too. Now, I'm not very good at it.
Got to pay for two people.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, I can see
you
this
left
coming
home at a
over
very
time.
early age to go out and pursue your own career. What were you? You're living on a farm.
Yeah, and
Have this back Thursday.
that's why, you see, when I started coming very big, and everybody's the,
No.
where
How
I
does
was
this
in
work?
school, where I was
I
working
think
Wi-Fi,
that's it.
everything, everybody said you should do
now-
that, you
Don't
should do
I
that, you
get in like
should do
this?
that.
Isn't it thumbs?
It's hard to do it. So
Like
you
that,
have to
right?
do
Now
it
the
yourself.
other
You have
one
to
No,
think
I'm
about one
supposed to
thing
come
and
this way or
just
that way?
try to do it the
What?
right way.
Can't hang on with their left
So when
arm.
I
No, you can just...
the
all right,
first time I
no,
finished
that's
school, I
not.
finished school at
All right, now
14
you have to
years
go this
old.
way, and I have to go the other way. Is that it?
I thought Harry
Was
Cole.
there on your mark that said go?
All right, I'll get that. Will be
I
fine,
called
yes.
him up on the
I will
long
not
distance
read this
phone.
one,
I
John.
said,
Go.
Harry Cole, this is Orson Welles. I've just read a book. I turned the paperback around, which the girl had in front of me, selling tickets, and I said it's called something that wasn't made up in Shanghai then. Just this.
If I don't make you laugh,
Buy it,
you're gonna break my
and I
arm.
will make it for you if you'll send me $47,000 in 2 hours. And he did. And that's how the picture was made. So he's lamented this one time.
No, you're strong. No, you're strong. I was doing the best I could do there.
No, you were.
Oh, yes, I was. And you're strong.
Goodness, wouldn't it be
What?
ridiculous?
Now,
if
what?
you didn't?
This I don't know. What?
Are you ever
What-
do
Now,
a
we're
biography
supposed to
of
play
yourself?
basketball.
Basket
Well,
sit-ups
I
first?
don't think a
And
biography.
Well, now, those are rough,
because
aren't they?
Nowadays,
Sit-ups?
But
if you
wanna
buy
get involved in
somebody's
this,
life
Rickles?
story, they
Hey,
expect
whatever
an
you
awful
say,
lot of
Coach.
the
You
sort
come
of
on,
material
come on, Ray.
I don't tell
Eddie?
anyone.
Oh, same club, Eddie.
much less whoever will have the price of the book. I think
I'll referee.
one's privacy is
I'm going to
invaded
referee.
enough without
I'll
doing it
referee.
to yourself.
Kick some lime on your
But
pants.
I would like sometime to write
Right this way,
a book of with memoirs
Oh,
and
so
all
now-
pompous
yeah,
words, but on subjects that interest me about people
What are we
I
gonna
know
do?
and like, rather than and disasters and pleasures that I've had and all that.
Oh,
But
he's
not
got
a 1, 2,
sneakers and I'm
3,
wearing. Why are you dressed?
ABC,
Because no.
you know,
When
one
we have
Sunday
to,
morning
if you do
in
sit-ups,
Kenosha,
somebody has to hold your
chubby
feet.
little one, you know.
No, you do that. Just sit down.
I do know.
No, you just bend your knee.
You know, your childhood though does interest me. I really envy it.
Bend your knee.
The idea. I never got to Europe.
Do you want to sit down with us?
At my present age.
Do we have a picnic blanket?
Ever get there. And
It's better to have bent
being
knees
taken
and
out over
have
and over as a
and
kid.
just push your feet against the floor, and that way you don't need anybody
Well,
to
I
hold you.
used to
You know, we have the, I don't know if I should bring it up, but we have two competing companies.
We do.
Yes, there's two
5 or 6
brothers
years
who
there. I
are-
read part of
but
those
it's all right,
years.
but we won't.
He stayed in
it
Peking just
doesn't-
because the living was easy there. You know, he liked to live all class in a very grand way, and
I think
he was
it was
born with
supposed
a
to
lot
be
of bread
time.
and
Time?
cast it on the waters and it
First-
failed
What do you
to
mean first
return.
to 25?
The only,
The
the only way he could really live it up
Get
was
emergency
in
squad
Peking
here.
when he had 400
Okay, let's
servants
give it a
and
try.
give dinner parties with gold plate and
There's
have
no
columns
way.
of ice
But
with trees of orchids.
somebody was starting.
I'm referee. I will start. There's no way you're going to do
For mere
25.
pittance.
I'm hip. I know that. Go ahead.
Relatively
Start.
speaking.
Go. Come on,
And
Don.
that's what
One,
brought us to Peking.
2,
I was sent to Europe at a
4,
very early age on
5,
trips. First
6,
with other little boys, then by
7,
myself. Totally
8,
without
keep your
any
feet down,
guidance.
9,
The idea was you've got to
Right,
learn
somebody
to do it on
hand.
your own.
11,
That had happened to my
12,
father when he was about 10.
13,
And he did it to me. 10 was the first time I actually traveled alone in Europe. Just so much money tied into my jeans, and there I went.
Did that seem romantic and exciting?
Terribly romantic.
Yeah.
Terribly romantic. What seemed even more romantic to me were all the expensive hotels and
most
restaurants
people
I
probably
couldn't afford
realize,
to get
having
into
seen so much television
on the
through the
amount of
years, that
money
most
they
things
thought
are
I
either on
should learn to get
teleprompter
along
or
on.
cue cards. But it's one
Can you
thing having
remember
seen
seemed
what you're
a
going to
bit
do,
picturesque.
and even do it well then, but not having
Can you
seen it
remember
and
meeting
having to do
people
it cold.
then that you realized later
would
the
throw
significance
the
of?
most professional actor,
If you know what I
because
mean,
first of all,
No,
you don't know
because
what
I
they're
think
really
I
saying
realized then.
as you come to
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
told
You just see each
me,
line
I
come
was
up, but
very
you don't know where they're
impressed
going.
Lift a
by
card,
great
you don't know
people,
where they're
interesting
going.
people.
Plus the fact that
As a kid.
he called me backstage.
I
and
was
said,
very interested in
Here, he
older
says, you can do this. And I look at it, and it's all
unlike
written with these
most young
biblical
people
terms. And it's written for a man who
are.
played Moses, which,
That is
needless to say,
you
I
didn't
haven't
have
done.
little friends. to
And,
play with in that sense.
I had little
He,
friends who,
then he says, well, I said,
if
I
they
can't
were
do
big
this,
enough,
Howard. I said, it's absolutely
chased me
impossible.
around
It's
the
not written
block,
for me,
and
and
little
even if it
friends
was,
who, if
I'm
they
not
were
sure
meek
it's the
enough,
right
I
kind of
bullied.
just say anything, say anything.
but
So I
it
just
was
took the
always
book
pretty
and
much
shoved
of a
me right
battle.
on the stage. And there I
I-
was.
I like it when you said, flip the card,
I
this is
was
not my
always scared
bag.
to
I thought that was, that's calling, that's what makes
I hated
television.
it
I
before I
missed
was
the
in my
days when
teens. I thought
television
they
was
were
live,
insane.
where everything was right now, because you had those
And,
minor disasters to set in,
after I
and as
spent all
important
my
as they look
teens
at the time, they're
pretending
really
not
not
to be in my teens,
important in
The
the whole
actors
scheme
go
of
up and
things.
everybody would look at each other.
The actors will go up in the lines and
only
they don't know what to
recently
do.
since,
But that's what makes that kind of a show.
the rulers and,
You said yourself, you made a
sovereigns of
joke
the
to yourself.
world
You
that
said,
I've changed
fine
my
dialogue. They
opinion.
give a fellow who's never said, what, 12 lines and
I think 3 words,
3 words and
pictures
12
or something.
pictures or
I-
something
Runs
like
I
that.
can't
15,
remember
20
what it was
miles
at
a
the
day.
time. I was
Does marathons. And of course,
having
no
a
one's ever
small
heard of him
attack.
as a runner. So it's equivalent, but
What do you
people
say
ask
to
him
the critics?
advice
You
on
get this
running.
all
He must
the
be a
time
great
because you
runner. He
made a
runs
joke about
15 miles a
yourself.
minute. It's like
I think
a
Time
man playing
magazine or
8 hours
somebody
of
said you
tennis
studied at
every
the
day.
Mount
Still
Rushmore
so
Dramatic
bad.
Society.
That you
Well,
just
I
don't
don't
hear about him. You never
I don't
know who
know
he
if
is.
it
He doesn't
was
play in any
time, but,
tournaments,
I don't say anything.
or he plays in a lot and
Everybody's
loses.
entitled
And you
to
ask him
opinion.
advice like,
Critic.
what do you
But
do with
your
your circuit?
films
I
would
don't know,
gross
15 hours a
something
day, and
like
I'm
around
still
$200
this bad.
million.
That sort of
which
always
is
interested me.
incredible.
That's a side of you that I haven't
around
seen.
the world. I don't know anybody who does.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact figures are.
I don't suppose any chance of getting you to talk seriously about what did I call it, the rumored animosity that your friends on Saturday Night Live were supposed to have felt when you
critics
left,
are just
and
like
they thought
anybody
maybe
else.
you
They have their
endangered
opinion, and
their
you hope-
careers
and,
and
you
yours,
hope-
perhaps.
It's very
talk
flattering
about
to
that
your ego
personally.
if they have to say, well, fine,
Here?
I really think
Oh, yeah,
this
right.
guy did a nice job. You see it in print.
Well, I don't know what the rumors are. I haven't been in New York much. I get calls.
I didn't mean to pry, but
And they say, Chad, we heard this and that. And I must say that they're right.
they said that everyone was amazed
There was some
at the
animosity,
absence
but it was
of
only Belushi.
violence. It's become
And,
a cliche now about that big
I believe if you
festival
ask him
and
about
others.
it,
Were
you'll
you
hear-
surprised at it?
I was glad. I was glad.
He's
That's what it's
learning
all
to eat
about.
with his mouth now, though. So.
violence down.
There wasn't any. There was just a lot of,
like a festival, 500,000
I think,
people.
a little bit of elitism up there when I was last up
we
there.
have more of them.
The feeling was we're the only TV show in New York, and they're just about right.
What was the
course, there's this
controversy
one.
about the national anthem?
No, I guess they're the only.
He's speaking statistically, of course.
But it wasn't nearly as what people had thought. It lasted for about a minute before the show, and ruined my performance, I guess, for a good half hour.
This man was in the 101st Airborne, so when you write your nasty letters
I wouldn't say who it was. It wasn't John or anybody else. It was just a general feeling that I wanted to kick the
talk about playing it in any unorthodox way.
People there.
You immediately get a guarantee.
For a moment, I thought you wouldn't be serious about that, and you surprised me. Well, I didn't get detailed because it's just not fair to Gilda.
Then there you go.
Don't you find that there's a certain mad beauty in unorthodoxy? Yeah. Right. I knew you'd do that someday. I knew you'd wig out on my shirt.
Right. Don't forget it.
Do they ever send that shirt back with too much starch in the collar?
I don't know nothing. I know nothing about it.
That's the best shirt I've seen in a long time. Why do the super groups keep breaking up? There are always rumors that your group is breaking up and Big Brother broke up and.
Well, probably because they want to get into individual things on their own, or maybe they might want to get into other things besides music, And
you mean guys in your group would want out of the music business and into?
Well, not necessarily. Maybe they might want to get into their own music, because what I was trying to do was do a today's type of blues, like manic depression and so forth, and like Noel Redding, he's into more harmonic